BC has gone through hell, and every Canadian sympathizes and should be helping. Bob Ramsay, he's gone through hell before, but he's listening right now. He knows BC very, very well. And I want to put to you, Bob, we all heard and saw the stories of misery, and then a few days later, someone out of Ottawa says, oh, we're going to send in the armed forces. And then a day or two later of that, you hear of a plane going in with 30 persons. I mean, are our armed forces either stupid or so underfunded they can't do anything?
Yes to both. But my answer,
shameful.
But my answer goes back to Hurricane Katrina in the U.S. George Bush is the president, and they all gathered together in the Superdome or whatever it was, waiting for the cavalry to arrive. And after a while, they realized the cavalry's not coming. So we better save ourselves, right? This is the American Corps of Engineers. This is FEMA. This is the Marines. They never turned up. So we don't own incompetence in times of disasters. What I found amazing is, I mean, now there are more troops on the ground in BC than 30, but boy,
2 weeks later.
Slow. And when your house has no power and you can't get to the hospital, waiting a week or 10 days just doesn't cut it.
And your animals, your farm animals, are drowning because you can't get them to higher ground. And yet, individuals are doing a great job. Private pilots got together and said, we'll fly you out. They're doing a great job.
Right.
Where our big shots are in Ottawa behind their desk.
And there are two countries that have a disaster system, Germany and Australia, that uses the military but isn't entirely based on the military, nor does it rely on the military. It's private citizens getting together, knowing that things could get dangerous, Australia for heaven's sake.
Yes.
And that system works, and it costs a lot less than the military system.
So we have fine people, men and women, in our military. Is it because it's chronically underfunded for generations?
Well, I think it's chronically underfunded. I think they have been rendered mute by the sex scandals at the very top. That's happened nowhere else in the world.
Yeah.
And also, if you were the best and brightest of your generation, would you go to Royal Military College? Maybe.
Well, hopefully some still do.
Some still do, but it's not like what it was many years ago, right? Canada actually fights a lot in many wars, but we seem to be disconnected from our military tradition that makes you proud of being in the military.
Talking about it, maybe we'll bring it back. Bob Ramsay,
Great.
Always a pleasure. Thank you. 3 minutes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for subscribing. Independent thought, that's what we need. So, some people say, though, 3 minutes is just perfect. I can sit on the toilet in the morning. I like it. However, others say, I'm busy to sit and watch. For that, we now have the podcast. So wherever you subscribe to podcasts, you can go through and just go to the podcast, Canadian Politics. There it is. The LeDrew, 3 minutes. You don't have to watch me. You can just hear me and hear the guests.